Hey guys, it's Mark with Passin Garage. I am so happy to be with you here again. This is episode 5. This is a little walk around I'm doing of my 1998 Lotus Esprit V8 twin turbo. It is really a interesting car, pretty rare, and I do like it, and it's a fun car to squeeze into, by all means, me squeezing into it and taking it around. It's definitely a neat car, and without further ado, here it is. Here it is, idling, and it just has a nice throaty little sound, no doubt about it. Absolutely is just a great sounding car and a very fun car to drive. Hello, here we are with my 1998 Lotus Esprit V8 twin turbo. It is idling, and do a little walk around for you so you can hear the idle. There it is, fast. Has a nice definitive sound. About 38,000 miles on it. Pretty rare car. They built for 98 V8s. They had, for America, they had about 142 that were delivered here. There were more in total. They had some GTs, some other ones that V8 GTs, a couple other ones that they did, S350s. For a total maybe of about 300. It does have the pop-up headlights, very popular during that era, and does have the required Valentine 1 radar detector in there on the windshield. Don't leave home without it. The car is very light, weighs about 3,000 pounds, give or take 50 pounds. That is without my largeness in it. Definitely, that's what their mantra was all about with Lotus, was a very light car. Helps it to obviously corner better, accelerate better, just do everything better. Lightness equals speed, and so this is 2 different size wheels on it, 18-inch wheels on the rear and 17-inch wheels on the front. It makes getting new wheels, new tires I should say, a little harder to get, but yeah, they're attainable. The exhaust on this is not stock exhaust. It should have 1 tip coming out each side. In the later years they had 2 tips in the middle. This is, we'll call it a special exhaust, so we'll call it. Again, I think it sounds great. I have the rear trunk open to give you an idea. There's the back of the car. The motor is great looking. It does have a trunk in the back so you can grab your groceries. I've got the batteries in the back right corner, and I've got a trickle charger permanently attached in there. And a little bit of space, enough space. How much more do you need? That is just a cover for the engine compartment to keep it looking nice. Comes off very easily. And that is just a beautiful motor. Called a red crinkle finish. What that is, it's the original color. You see on the side where the valve covers, that's where the spark plugs and the wires are, and you have to take big spoiler in the back, and set it up. I think they set it up a little bit for a couple reasons. One, so you can see out that back window a little easier. Obviously aerodynamics. This car they actually have, these Esprits have two gas tanks. There is one on the right and one on the left, and they have a transfer crossover tube in the middle. So it's a very, unique setup, we'll call it. I think in the earlier models, I want to say they had fillers on both sides. This one you just fill up on the driver's side, right there. And this is a tan interior one. So black with tan interior. Beautiful dash, but very, Spartan in a way. It's the cockpit is tight, but once you get in there, it is just really nice. Comfortable. Ironically, when they went to, they came out the V8 models basically in '96, and interesting part for you. I have to cut myself off, but the brakes in these cars, if you see the emergency brake, it is on the left-hand side. So when you put the brake on, you pull it up, but then you couldn't get out, so you push it back down. The brake is on. In order to take it off, you have to pull it up really hard, pull the button, push it down. Also, the seats have like a little blow-up function there, so you can actually get the side bolsters a little bit, more authority, we'll say. And who doesn't like a car that comes with a ashtray? I mean, come on. It's up to you whether you want to smoke. Who cares? All 5 speeds. This is a mid-engine car. That's what they'll call it, a rear-engine car. And the transmission is in the back, and the clutch and everything. There's a little bit of a space in the front. Really no trunk work, so to speak, up there. Just the spare tire and a couple other things. It does have a pop-out glass top. There's another top that is also color keyed, so you can see through that top a little bit. Get a little bit of sun in the summer, make it a little bit hot, but that's fine. So anyways, very cool. These are the stock rims on it, and correct size tires, everything, and Bilstein gas shocks going all the way around. Lotus was known for, again, lightness, but also for their handling. That's really where they shine in the handling department. And suspensions. They did a lot of work for other car manufacturers also. Again, this motor, 3.5 liters, so it's 200, 16 cubic inches, turbocharged, 2 turbochargers, producing about 12 pounds of boost. So a little bit lower than what it would be today. Motor made 350 horsepower, and which sounds like it's not as high as some cars of today, but the lightness of this car, most cars in this era were probably weighing 3,500 pounds, and doing the math, this 350 horsepower motor acts like about 410 compared to a 3,500 pound car. So the motor itself, they say, was good up to probably 500 horsepower, but the transmission was the weak point in these cars. So it's definitely something that you need to watch yourself in first gear, second gear. You can certainly floor it, but not doing any hole shots like a older American muscle car, which I've had plenty of. You'll break it. Even in fifth gear, quite frankly, they say that if you are hard on the gas and let off, all of a sudden it could snap the main shaft. So, you got to be a little more conscientious how you're driving this. They make some transmission upgrades for it. Just the upgrade package alone is $5 grand, and then you got to take the trans out and put the new one in. Put all the parts in, etc. So it's a pretty serious cost upgrade, we'll say. All these cars came with, you saw, Alpine stereo, Alpine speakers. It's pretty standard for the time. It does have ABS in it, and that's about it as far as the nanny stuff goes. It's definitely a driver's car. So kicking. Cars are, motors all aluminum. Everything's aluminum in it. Radiators up in the front nose of the car. So there are actually tubes, stainless steel tubes, going from front to the back of the car. It's got electric fans up there, so a lot of neat things. Ironically, General Motors owned Lotus at this time. So they kind of went back and forth with a little bit of technology, and some of these parts in here are GM. Steering wheel. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it, but apparently it is a Trans Am steering wheel of the era. So again, not killing me. I like it. It's the stock wheel, but the true, maybe Lotus aficionados are not crazy about it. So there you have my walk around. Again, Lotus Esprit was made from 1976 to 2004. Yeah, their total production was about 10,675. That's the 4-cylinder ones, the 4-cylinder turbo ones, the V8 ones, you name it. So it was over a long period of time, but a pretty rare car. It really is something. I think it's a great looking car. This one by no means is perfect, but I don't know that I want a perfect car. I think having one that has a couple bruises on it here and there, you don't mind letting your friend or somebody else drive it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this walk around, and try and get out a driving video soon so you can get an idea on the road how this car does work and handle. Another unique feature, you can look, it's just one windshield wiper on the window, front windshield, just slaps it back and forth. But again, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit a like button. Again, Passin Gas Garage, and this is episode number 5. Thanks again for watching, and we appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do.